Hey guys, welcome back to another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers MPM-12 Bumblebee movie masterpiece, Optimus Prime. So first we will take a quick look at his packaging. So it's your standard masterpiece packaging. You got Optimus Prime up here in his robot mode and in his truck mode. Got MPM-12, Optimus Prime, Transformers Bumblebee. You know, he is an Autobot. You know, you got Transformers and movie masterpiece and Transformers movie masterpiece, and you got more Optimus on this side, and you got cat ears. Lovely. You got, you know, again, his vehicle mode on this side with, you know, all of that good stuff. On the back, you have your obligatory product shots. You know, he's in his robot mode. He's in his vehicle mode. He's got an articulated head. Very nice. Articulated hands. Very nice. And articulated chest plates. Very nice. He also comes with a Matrix leadership, which is actually pretty cool. So, and of course he has his gun. So that's about it for the box. So let me get that out of the way. So here is masterpiece movie Optimus Prime, MPM-12 in his truck mode, and he looks pretty good. Definitely a lot bigger. Excuse me. Definitely a lot better than what original promo images were showing. One thing, obviously, we'll get this out the way. The ears. Here's my thing. I don't know how to explain it. I don't like them. I will admit that. I don't like them. I wish they weren't there. They do kind of bother me. But here's the thing. I don't hate the figure for it, and they don't... It's not like a huge bothersome, but my problem is we know Takara could do better. We know what they can do. We know what they're capable of, and they decided to take the lazy route and just leave them like that. So I'm more disappointed and what we did get versus what we could have gotten. But I mean, they're not that bad, especially if you look at it from certain angles. I mean, they don't look terrible, but I mean, yeah, they're kind of noticeable. Well, no, they are noticeable, and I just wish there was some way that you could fold them, you know, behind, because there is space under there. They could do it. They could have done it. They could have re-engineered these arms differently, but they chose to just leave them like how they were. And I'm not going to spend too much time on that, but that's just my take on it. Like I said, we know what they're capable of. We know what they can do. They could have done a lot better, and they just chose to take the lazy route and do that. But other than that, other than the stupid ears, the truck mode looks gorgeous, in my opinion. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Except for, I mean, yeah, you have, you know, the leg kibble here. This doesn't bother me at all, which is weird because that bothers me, but this doesn't. But this is just because, I mean, it's a G1 style movie Optimus Prime. It's always going to have, like, you know, back kibble over here. So this doesn't really bother me. I'm used to that. At least they tried, you know, within some molded in detail underneath the feet here. And I mean, this it's not the worst thing in the world, but that is kind of just, yeah. But other than that, like I said, truck mode, in my opinion, looks pretty dang good. I do love the blue for all the windows. I think that's very nice. Got a white stripe here on either side, and you got some very nice silver up here for the grill. So overall, like I said, truck mode, excuse me, oh god, ugh. Truck mode looks good. If I can stop having an aneurysm. This canister piece, all throughout, you can kind of see it under there. This entire thing is die cast, so that's very nice. I'm glad they didn't put it in some weird spot, but it does roll really nice, actually. So I mean, that's, yeah, very nice. As far as accessories go, you do get his ion blaster, which is done up in all black, except there's gray there for the hinge, but it does look fairly nice. Looks pretty dang good. It's about what we got in the movie. So of course you got the screws on this side, but this is the pretty side. You can store this. So how do you do that? You just fold it up like so, and then there's two tabs on this side here that just plug in to the two slots here on the back. So you can't just take it and tie it on the back like so, or you could take it. This isn't official storage, but you could take it since there is a gap in here and kind of just drop it in there. Kind of could have that going on if you really wanted to, or you could have it like that. So you can do that if you want. And the other accessory, the Matrix, we'll get into when he's get into his robot mode. So, which, speaking of robot mode, I suppose we will get into that right now. So, let's see. The first thing that we want to do is come up here, kind of undo these panels up top, and kind of just pull them up like so. Kind of pull them up like so. Fold these pieces down. Come back here and untab the shin pieces here from this section here, and then kind of bring this section, bring it down. Untab these shoulder pieces from that section, and these are on springs, so you got that going. Take these sections, you want to bring these up and tab them in. Bring that up, tab that in. You then want to come to the front here and untab this front grill section, like so. Kind of get that all tabbed out the way. And then you want to take these sections here and flip these up. Take that, flip that up. You want to come in here and take the arm and bring it out, or just untab it, and then kind of shift it up and out, and straighten it out. Kind of get that all done and out the way. Then you want to work on getting the arm itself straightened out. And his biceps on mine are very, very tight. So either that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. But you want to then come under here and flip the hand out. Take this panel, flip that down. You want to come to the back here and take this panel, flip this down, and then finish collapsing this top panel like so, and tab that all in. And then you got an arm all done. So you want to do the same thing on this side. Kind of take this, bring this out, kind of straighten that out, and bump the camera while I'm at it. And kind of take the arm and rotate this section around so that it's facing the correct way. Then you can take this panel back here, bring this down, and collapse all of this in. Then you want to come under here, flip out the hand, and collapse that panel down. Excuse me, I'm going to have issues today. And there you have the arms all done. Now, you want to take this section here, fold this up, take this section here, fold this back, and then you can take the head and bring it up like so. You then kind of want to come in here and reveal, and you want to take the chest pieces and angle them to the side like so. You then want to come to the bottom here and want to take this crotch section, or this back butt section, and bring this down, which will in turn allow you to take this entire leg section and bring it down, and then tab that in. And then you want to take this, oh, you can't see what I'm doing, and raise it up. You then want to take this section in here and flip down that panel, which is going to seem to be quite a pain sometimes, which, there we go, come on, come on, come on, there we go. So you want to take this section and flip that down, and then you want to take this entire top section here with the, you know, this front part, and let me get this. You just want to take this and rotate it all the way around so that it's facing the correct way, like so. You either want to come to the side or the back here, and for vehicle mode, or for robot mode, you want to shift these wheels down like so. So shift them down like so, and then you can take them and fold them up into the body, and they will kind of tab into place down here. And you want to take this section and fold this into the back like so, and there's a tab right here that will go into a slot right there. I want to take that all and tab that in nice and securely. So you have that section all done. You want to take this abdomen piece, and you can just accordion this down and angle that in, and it'll just sit in there nice and securely like so. You then want to come down to the legs, split the legs. You then want to come to the side, let me get the arms out of the way, come to the side of the legs, bring that panel down, take the wheel, untab that, bring that up, bring the foot, or sorry, you want to angle the foot up like so. You want to bring it down, and then take this whole wheel section and bring this down, bring this section out, and then you want to untab the side canister here, which, there we go, and bring this down, collapse that in. You want to then bring this wheel section, bring it up, collapse this down. You now will get to the feet here. You want to take this section and angle it in, and then angle that back. And then you want to take this front section, untab it, swivel it around, bring it down, and tab it in all nice and securely like so. And then bring the section back around. And there you have a leg all done. So you just want to do the same thing on this side. Come to the back here, untab the wheel, bring this section down, bring the foot and shift it up like so. Bring the foot down, take this section, bring this down, bring this up, take this panel, bring it down and around like so. Then take the wheel section and bring it up. Take this panel, angle it back, take this panel and close this in. Come to the back here, fold that in, untab this, swing it around, and tab it into the bottom like so. And I believe, oh nope, we got one more step to do. You want to come to the smokestacks and you want to rotate them so that they're angled back like so. Take them and angle them back so that they're facing towards the back. And I believe we are done. Are we done? Let me look real quick. Yes, we are done. So there is the MPM-12 Optimus Prime in his robot mode. And I'll admit, he does look really good. Like I said, I talked I talked a lot of crap about this figure, but I actually genuinely do think he looks pretty good. So we'll get in close here on some of the details. I do like the head sculpt. At first, the head sculpt kind of threw me off, but I don't think it's terrible. It does kind of look a little squished. Excuse me, but that just might be because I'm used to like the wider head sculpts we get on like the Studio Series versions and on the KOs. So that might be why I'm kind of thinking it's a little kind of squished, but I don't know. But I still think the head sculpt looks really good. And overall, I just think the amount of detail that's actually kind of molded on this figure is pretty dang good. I mean, you got a bunch of nice detail in here that's all molded and it's all painted. And like I said, I just think he looks really, really dang good. And he does have a fairly clean transformation, except for this. But again, I already talked about that, so nah. But like I said, overall, I think he is has a very, very clean transformation. So, as far as articulation goes, I don't think he has a ball joint at the head. I think it's just a swivel with a hinge for so he can look up and down. The arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out on a ratchet. And again, this is spring loaded. He does have bicep swivels, which mine are very tight. He does have a full jointed elbow, so you can get full movement there. And I guess you can use this transformation hinge if you wanted, but why would you want to? The hands is another thing that bothers me. So you do get wrist swivel, and you do get a ball joint at the thumb. And I'm gonna lower this a little bit. You get a ball joint at the thumb, but for the fingers, you only get the one hinge. You don't get, well, the camera focuses. You only get the one hinge. You don't get like a separate hinge for the index finger, so he can't like point. So I don't know why they did that, but that kind of sucks. But you do get your hinge joints here, and if the camera focuses. So yeah, I don't know why they did that, but they did that. He does have a waist swivel, which can do a full 360. The legs, or these panels here, can all move out, so they can go forward, they can go back. He can do the full splits. You can bring his panels back down. He has a above the knee swivel, 90 degrees of bend at the knee. The ankle can move up and down slightly, and he does have a very, very good amount of ankle tilt. In fact, he has full ankle tilt, so that is pretty nice. So, as far as accessories go, again, you can give him his gun, and it just plugs into his hand, the regular Masterpiece kind of style. So you just kind of got the tabs and the slot in the palms, so he can hold that. Well, maybe. It's going to fight me now, but come on. You were working just fine. There we go. You can hold that. Unfortunately, the hinge is a little loose on this wrist, so he kind of drops it, but you can't get him to hold his gun, and that looks pretty pretty dang good. So I'm glad they did that. But of course, you know, the other accessory you get is the Matrix of Leadership. So just like any other G1 kind of Prime, you just open up his chest and it shows the Matrix Chamber. And the Matrix Chamber does have a lot of nice molded detail kind of all throughout. And I think it looks pretty dang nice. Of course, you have the Matrix, and it is removable, but it is a pain to remove. So I'm going to whip out my knife and kind of get in there and get it to fall out. Yeah, that makes it so much easier. And if you couldn't hear it, the Matrix is die cast, so that's nice. And it is done in silver with the gold around the this section here with the blue for the actual kind of like innards. And it looks like a Matrix, looks really good. And you got the backside here, which is just has the port for when you put it in his chest. And just show this off more. That's the kind of the full detail of the Matrix Chamber. So I think it looks really good. And he can hold the Matrix like any, you know, G1 Prime should be able to. Just kind of bring his arms in, Let me see if I can do this. And they did make the Matrix just big enough to where it will fit within his fingers, so you can get that all nice and fitted. Oops, come on, work with me. There we go. Nah, work with me. So you can get him to hold it, which looks pretty dang cool. I will admit, I'm glad that they did that with the Matrix, actually making it big enough so that his hands can, or his fingers can fit through it, so he doesn't look like he's kind of holding it like that. So, thank you for doing that. Which, I think, again, looks pretty dang nice. So, very glad that they did that. So, let me get him all straightened out. And I don't know why, but the biceps on mine are very, very tight. I don't know if that's like a common thing or if that's just my copy, but, like, dang, I mean, these kind of hard to rotate. I might have to loosen some screws or whatnot, which I guess I'd rather, I mean, to be fair, I'm glad they're tight and not loose, but still, I mean, there's like tight and then there's too tight. So get that back in there and close this all up. So for comparison, I'll show off. Here is the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, and while I thought this figure was really good, I do like the Masterpiece version more. So, I mean, obviously, I think this looks way better. So, yeah, there's that. And then here's also the other MPM Prime that we got. So, there's that. Let me see if I can get him to stand. Please stand. This one is a little taller, but well, I mean, I have his hips extended, so I guess if I kind of angle these down, they kind of become the same height. But this one doesn't really have clear plastic for joints. The only joints it has for clear plastic is right here in this arm section. So, and these aren't tight, so hopefully those won't fucking break and crack like these ones did. God, it's so freaking annoying. So yeah, overall though, I mean, I really do like this figure. I know I talked a lot of smack about it in, you know, if you follow me on Instagram or whatnot, you'd know that I did talk a lot of smack about this figure, and my criticisms are still there. I think his arms are a bit too blocky. I think they're too wide and too square. But, I mean, they don't look terrible, but, I mean, I think this panel, this added panel right here adds on too much. I mean, here, for just to get an idea, I'll fold it in, and you can see kind of how, like, this is kind of how thin his arms are supposed to be, and then this is how they are. But, I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not terrible, it's not the worst, and, again, the stupid ears in truck mode, it's not the worst. It could be a heck of a lot worse, but come on, you could have done so much better with this figure. And I'm not saying this figure is bad. I actually genuinely think this figure is good. I'm just saying, excuse me, I'm just saying it could have been a lot better, and I wish we got that. I really wish we did. And I'm sure there's going to be, let's be honest, we all know there's going to be an eventual KO of this figure that fixes all of the issues that I have with it, that I'll probably end up buying. But I just wish Takara went in and did it. But overall, though, I actually do highly recommend this figure for anybody that can find one. Not only does he look good, he's just a fun figure to handle. The transformation is actually pretty dang fun. It's kind of like any other like G1 Optimus Prime. I mean, the arms transform the same, the head, flips over, and the transformation is actually very similar to the Studio Series one. I mean, you have the same kind of back section. Wheels are folded into the abdomen. I mean, you have the entire front grille kind of folded up as his backpack. I mean, so as far as this goes, I mean, it's actually kind of similar to this. So it really isn't that bad at all, and I kind of like that. So I'm glad they didn't make it a living nightmare. So thank you. There's no Masterpiece Ironhide syndrome here. So, but that's going to be about it for the review. I do have an Instagram, like I've been saying kind of throughout this video. I will leave a link in the description to it if you guys want to go follow me, just because I might as well leave it down there since I've been mentioning it so many times. But overall, like I said, I do recommend this figure. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.